with our special guest, CEO and promoter, Mr. Paul Tutt.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What's
Tell
good? What's good?
everybody a little bit about yourself and what you got going on.
Oh man, like I said, my name is Paul Tutt. I'm straight from Memphis, Tennessee. You know what I'm saying? I live in Atlanta right now. But what I do for a living is like street A&R type work. I develop artist development, consulting work for artists and stuff like that. We like doing like independent tours, radio promo runs, trying to get them distribution situations and stuff like that. I've been in the game for over 17 years. I managed artists like Lil Chet, DJ Zert, um, a lot of Memphis legends and stuff like that. So I've done a lot of stuff like that, and also I did promotions with Bad Boy South. I did a stint with them for 2 years, and then also like I had my own distribution company like about 3-4 years ago. I signed myself distribution and stuff like that. So now I'm currently doing my own tours and stuff like that, studio showcase tours and stuff like that.
Okay. So what made you want to get into this industry?
Oh, before this, I was already like doing in entertainment. I was playing overseas basketball and stuff like that. So I just had to find a way to make some more money away from basketball when I hurt myself. I hurt my knee and stuff because I played for a year with the Harlem Globetrotters, and after that, I played overseas over in South America as well. So I've been doing this since 2002. Been in
Okay.
the game like that, yeah, 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 yeah. And then I always had a passion for music anyway. You know what I'm saying? So I couldn't play an instrument, I couldn't do none of that, but I always was intrigued about doing my own music thing and stuff like that.
Okay. Who has been some of your influencers in the past?
My influences,
Yeah.
um, pretty much like man, the Master P's, the Bang Bashes, the Magic Johnsons, just a lot of them, type of entrepreneur type, guys and stuff like that over the years. So I've been listening and also like going to back, all the back stuff that they had, all old interviews and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I kind of mimic my little, my little hustle and stuff like that off of them guys.
Okay. Um, so has the pandemic affected you at all, or has it made it better?
I think to be honest, the the pandemic did me a favor of slowing down just to really like focus on my music. Get everything together, organized because I was always booked and I was on the road all the time. So the pandemic actually slowed me down to get my business a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? Like the refocus, the retooling, stuff that I never had time to do.
I told all the artists and stuff like that. I have my own record label and my PR company, and I basically told all the artists, I said, if you even have a small budget, hit me up. I work with everybody. I said, this is the time to make yourself on point. If you're not out there touring and doing shows and stuff, this is the time to work on your craft, get your
Right.
social media together, promote yourself, and get out there. Because what I learned is, back in the day, we just had physical CDs and we just had online radio, and we didn't have to worry about social media. As far as now, everything is on social media, Instagram, Facebook, concerts, Spotify, the whole 9 yards. So what I learned, at least 95% of the promoters will say, how's your social media? How's your following? What's going on? What have you done?
Right.
So if you ain't really got nothing to show for it, they don't even want to like give you a chance. They don't care that you opened up for Eminem. They don't care you opened up for Jada Kiss. If you got
They don't.
500 followers, they're going to give that slot to somebody that got more followers than you. So, I
Hmm.
basically told the independent artists, this is time for you to work on yourself. Keep posting stuff that you're doing. Post,
Right.
blogs, post radio appearances, through magazine interviews, through appearances,
Hmm.
everything you get done, get it done. So when these promoters get back on full force and get ready to book the tours and get ready to do the shows, then they'll look at your
Hmm.
page and they'll check it out and say, hey, I can work with this
Hmm.
person. During the pandemic, they were still doing all this stuff, so I'm willing to give them a
Hmm.
chance. That's what some
Right.
that's what some independent artists don't understand. I had one guy, and it's really sad. He had about 19.5 million plays on the radio. I heard that song every time I turn on the radio. I said, golly, he must be getting paid a lot. But then when I
Right.
talked to him, somebody connected me with him, he wasn't registered with BMI. He wasn't registered with ASCAP. He was just had all these streams on iTunes and Spotify.
Wow.
I'm
That's
like, do you know how
crazy.
much? Yeah, I'm like, dude, do you know how much money you're losing? What's BMI? I'm like, really? What's ASCAP? You know what
He
I'm
said he don't
saying?
know
What's
what BMI is. Get out
nah?
of here.
Cause like
Wow. He lost a lot of money on that one.
that's the technology that we have to like prepare these artists and put them in artist management and stuff. Because some artists that just getting started don't know, like they figure, oh, I represent myself. I
Mm-hmm.
don't need a manager. But a manager is
Yeah.
making sure that your royalties is on point. A manager is making sure that you registered on BMI and ASCAP. A manager is
Mm-hmm.
making sure that everything is proper before. What I learned is you can go online and send your song through TuneCore and send your song through Spotify, and it doesn't have to be registered, you know. So based on
Right.
anybody on internet radio can play your song, but it doesn't have to be registered. So what happened with him was, I think somebody knew Funk Master Flex, and he paid them some money, and he played the song a couple of times, and everybody else liked the song. So
Uh-huh.
everybody picked up the song and started playing it. But in reality, this person didn't have BMI, ASCAP, Spotify, like he didn't have nothing set up. So at the end of the day, I tell everybody that's the first thing. Make sure that, you get your BMI together. Make sure you get your ASCAP together. Make sure everything's on point, and then go from there. Because like I said, once again, and I'm pretty sure in your line of work, you talk to artists too. You'll tell them, well, send me your bio and your EPK, and they like, well, what's the EPK? How
Right.
do you get
It's
it?
crazy. Just like right now, I'm talking to you right now. I'm registering an artist up right now on the digital radio tracker. You know what I'm saying? So, like you said, they need to know the knowledge. A lot of this stuff is free. And then also I do like every quarterly I do like a little 20-seat seminar class, get their paperwork and stuff together as well. Like I'll go to different regions. Like I did Atlanta in January, and then I did Memphis recently. Now I'm finna go do Alabama coming up, Mobile, Alabama in July. So giving artists a chance to learn the depth of the paperwork, what they need, this, and that. So I do a 4-hour course on that. So yeah, like you said, education is the key because they be missing out so much money. Like they don't even know it. Like they just think, all right, I put it on DistroKid or TuneCore or whatever. It made they okay. I get some money, but dude, you missing so much mechanical
Yeah,
royalties. You missing out on this and that.
yeah,
You don't
yeah.
even know that you can get your
And they,
money. I mean, video placements on different video placements instead of YouTube. Like YouTube, you gotta hustle. You gotta hustle to get 1,000 subscribers to even consider to get freaking paid. So
uh-huh.
like they can go and get their Vivo account set up. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of different video distribution companies too where you can make money off videos. It's just so much stuff. Like people not using Spotify like how they need to. Like even like the artists can come out with a little miniature podcast on there. And they can make stream money off of podcasts and talking about different people on their label or something. You know what I'm saying? It's just so many ways that they can trick the system, if you want to call it that. But they don't want to do it. They just want to just rap. That's it. But man, they lose so much money because they thinking they gonna get paid shows. But man, as you see, this pandemic hurt the major artists on paid shows, and a lot of them artists be touring artists, and they got to figure a way how to make it because a lot of people gonna be scared to go somewhere where there's 100,000 motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? That just how it is right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's
And then
crazy.
too, what artists don't understand is they figure, oh, if you're their manager, you're supposed to put in for their career and their stuff. No, that's not true. What happens
Facts.
is what I learned. If you don't want to invest in yourself, why should I invest in you? I'm putting all my money into you, but you're not putting money into yourself. They figure,
Mm-hmm.
oh, that's the manager. They'll make sure my album get out. That's the manager. They'll make sure that it get promoted. But now at the same time, they're not putting in the work. They're not pushing the links themselves. They're not talking to people they're not doing certain stuff. So at the end, they need to get the qualification of what a manager do. A manager promotes you, a manager gets you out there and gets you seen. But they think, oh, it's my manager. They got to work for me for free. They got to get me paid shows. And I tell everybody, plain as day, there's not a guarantee that I can get you paid shows. There's not a
Mm-mm.
guarantee that I can do this, this, and this. I can help you
No.
with your social media. I can help you get on
Mm-hmm.
the radio. I can help you build it up, but it's not a guarantee that I can get you these paid shows. When you get it up, then I can go to the promoters and say, hey, this person got this many followers right here. How can I get this person on your show and go from there? You know what I'm saying? But until
Right.
I already know the business and they don't know and they just figure, like you said, they go ahead and rap. They ain't got to have nothing registered. They ain't got to do nothing else. They ain't got to
Oh,
push their
it-
own stuff. They want to like pay you to do it, so they want to be lazy and not, do it
yeah.
themselves.
It's it make you feel good a little bit. You like, yeah, I got somebody doing my work for me. Yeah, yeah. That feels good. Okay. We understand that part. But eventually, just the person that's helping you do it, you still want to be educated because anything can happen to that person. You know what I'm saying? And you don't know nothing. They got all your information. You don't know where your information at. At least know where your information at. A lot of them don't even know where their information at. And that's the simplest thing of the whole situation. Just at least know your, just make sure you know where everything is at. So if anything do happen, you fall out with a person, the person passed away, forbid, you know what I'm saying? At least you'll know, all right, I can still keep my music going, and I ain't got to start all the way over. You don't know where your mechanical royalty, you don't know where nothing at. That's what, education is still key. People don't understand that. I understand everybody's not school literate. I understand it because I wasn't school literate, but at the end of the day, you got to at least learn what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Learn your craft. You
Hmm.
know that just point blank simple. I understand everybody wants to go in and record, do they thing, but end of the day, you still got to learn and be a student to everything you're doing. Just like you know what I'm saying? You doing the blogging and the magazine. It took you time though. You had to go do your homework, even though you had the passion for it. You still had to learn how to do the homework part, even though that was the boring part of it.
This
Some
this
people just
right
be
here
passionate.
kind of this right here kind of got put in my lap because I ain't know if you know a lot about me, but I have a record label in the PR company. My biggest client is Chef Stu. He was on Marriage Boot Camp and Supermarket Stakeout and stuff like that. So
Right.
basically, when I started the PR company, I've been in the music industry for about 25 years. So
Oh yeah, you've
basically,
been up.
it was like when he hit me up, he was like, "Hey, you want to be my PR person?" And I'm like, I always do music. I never dealt with a chef. So,
Right.
he kind of like encouraged me and said, this is how we can do this together. Artists is always have, and that's what people should be open to new ideas. He was like, artists always have record label release parties, fashion shows. People have product lines. People have baby showers and
Mm-hmm.
yacht parties. People have festivals. People need chefs to go on a tour with them whenever they go on tour. I can cook
Facts.
personal stuff. He was like, this how we could get it together and mix, his craft with the artist craft. And that's what I try to explain to people. If you just have just one person on your team that got a little bit of social media buzz and that got a little bit of fans, that's
Mm-hmm.
all it takes for you to get to the next level. Like you said, people that you might know, I might not know, and people that I know you don't know. But that's what some people, in our network decide not to deal with. They'll say, okay, I'm too good to be on this, or I'm too good to be on that. Versus, they had to start at the bottom. They had to start somewhere. Like me, my PR company got sponsored by a major radio station, 107.3 in Chicago. Then I ended up getting sponsored by 107.1 in Denver. The next thing I know, they hit me up for the magazine. They're like, hey, you want to be the PR person for the magazine? And I'm like, okay, bet, that's cool. Next thing I know, I'm the editor of the magazine. And other people was
See.
doing the interviews. So I'm like, okay, that's cool. And then next
Mm-hmm.
thing I know, they're like, oh, you the head person. You got to do the interviews. You got to be over the TV part. You got to be over the radio part. And, so everything was falling in line. So that's what I tell people. When you work hard or reach out to different people, you can open your platform to people like yourself to say, hey, I got
Mm-hmm.
this artist that you might could take a look at. I got this artist
Right.
making work at. like this platform really has opened a lot of doors as far as me interviewing like Mo McCoy, who did Perfect Romance and Frequent Visitors. I did Sean Denany, which was an actor in Fast and Furious, which that was cool because he was all the
Oh,
way in Australia.
oh man.
I
Okay.
did Joe Rodriguez, which was cool because he was part of Empire, so that was cool. And
Mm-hmm.
then I did Michael Ben, who has his own show on Bounce and does his own comedy stuff. And
Oh man. That's
yeah, a lot
super.
of
That's
people.
dope.
So at the end of the day, I said I'm gonna open my platform up to everybody. DJs. I'm gonna do
Mm-hmm. Hello.
network and help each other. They figure, like, for instance, if I know somebody that got that connection and I ask them and they don't give it to me, but they want my connection, at the same time, it's enough business in the industry to go around and everybody should work with everybody. Even if you don't want to give that person that contact directly, you should tell
Right.
them, hey, let them know, like, hey, if I give you this, just don't say how you got this, do this right here. But that's what so
Mm-hmm.
much hate come in because they'll say, okay, Paul got this right here going, but he don't want to share. But he asked me a question and I share with him. You know,
Mm-hmm. I know what you mean.
that's what people don't understand. There's so much hatred coming in because people in our society don't want to, network and
Don't
share.
want
And
to do none of that at all.
what I
Right.
tell everybody, I'm like, hey, networking is the key. Like I said, if one person got something, then the other person, it might
Mm-hmm.
benefit somebody else. Like I met a guy that I interviewed the other day, Terry Moore. He had
Uh-huh.
30.9 million followers on IG. 30 million.
God damn. For
He's
real?
like a motivator.
Damn.
He's like a speaker. He got stuff with Legal Shield. He done wrote Instagram and social media books. He done been in the industry. He done worked with Prince and Boys to Men and Whitney Houston and the whole 9 yards. And I was like,
Shit.
I was just on social media and somebody tagged him and told me to interview him. I didn't really know who it was, and I kind of like Googled it and seen it and went on his Instagram page and his Facebook page, and he had over 5,000 friends, but he had four Facebook pages with 5,000 friends on each page. So I'm like, wow, is this the right guy? So he came on there and he told everybody what he had going on, what he was doing, how they can get in contact with him, and he opened up the platform for the indie artists to say, hey, I got entertainment lawyers on staff. I got this through Legal Shield. If the independent artists can't afford this, they can
Yeah.
pay a little small fee to get Legal Shield to help them out. They can get a
Mm-hmm.
strategist to do this and do that. And a lot of people, think when they get to a certain point that they don't have to share that knowledge and that they ain't got time for the small people. They just want to kind of like keep them to the curb and just think that they're nobody, even though, they had to start somewhere too.
Right. Wow. That's crazy. Damn. Shoot,
And I'm
man.
pretty
That's what's
sure
up.
you like that. I'm pretty sure like when you
Mm-hmm.
started, people that want to help you, the struggle was real. You'll see the difference between when you started then and what you did now. And you like, if I could have
Yes.
did back then, how I'm doing it now, it'd have been cool. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, and I tell the motivational story. I had an artist about 16 years ago.
Uh-huh.
He could not rap at all. He couldn't, but he had the motivation of 10 rappers. He had
That's how it always be.
yeah, he had 9,000 mixtapes. 9,000 just everywhere. When I met him, the whole basement was full of mixtapes.
He
I
said
didn't have
9,000 mixtapes.
9,000. Guess how many songs he had on there that were good? Guess how many?
Like
Three.
one? Oh,
Three. He had three songs that was good. He believed in himself. And what
That's
happened
priceless
was,
though.
yeah, but what happened was I sent the song down to the studio to get it mixed down. And Rick Ross' baby brother, Sammy Bones, was in Miami, Florida, heard the track, liked the track, got on the track, sent it back. It went on the radio, and we didn't know. And then next thing you know, he got famous just like that. Like it downloaded 99,000 on iTunes. It put us on 106 in Park. It put us on a 38 city tour with Christina Aguilera. It put us on a red carpet with Lala Anthony and Bliss. And he was making his own clothes that looked like whatever, but people liked it, so they bought it. You know
Golly, that's crazy.
that just shows like
That
people
show
have to
you.
have a good work ethic. You know, I tell
Mm-hmm.
them if you sing and it's not working, go and act and do something else. Go
Yeah.
and you know,
Entertainment is unlimited. Yeah.
their craft being, hey, I'm an artist, I can't do no shows, where you could push your music or you can do something different. I tell them,
Mm-hmm.
don't put all your eggs in one basket just because he
Please
can
don't.
rap good. But it's not even so much of if an artist is good or artist is not. It's the team that they have behind them and the marketing that goes behind it. You know what I'm saying? You might have an artist that you don't think is so good, you done got 15 no's on that particular artist, but one person
Right.
say, yeah, I like it, but if that's your artist and you believe in them, you gonna push them 100% and say, I don't care whether you like it or not. I think that's the best
Mm-hmm.
thing since sliced bread, and you gonna make people. They gonna say, why did he keep on pushing them? Maybe he see potential. He pushed good work. You know, maybe I need to
Mm-hmm.
check him out. You know, that's what people don't understand. Like, as long as you got a good team, you know, you can push them, you can get it going. As long as you got a good team behind you, it don't matter. Even if you're not too good, you know, it doesn't
Right.
matter.
You
It's
s-
just based on the team that you got and who you got pushing and what kind of work ethic, you know, you got going on.
Mhm. Right about that. You right about that.
Man, I done
Man.
interviewed some that I had an artist. I'm not gonna say who it is, but I had an artist, and I heard the song, and she was actually on one of my episodes, and I heard the song, and she was bragging because she's with a major label, like
Uh-huh.
major label, and I was like, first she was like, I model. I'm like, okay. I act,
Mhm.
okay. I rap, okay. I sing, okay. I got a clothing line, okay. Um, here's my new song. Check it out and comment, okay.
Okay.
And so I checked the video out. She said, just comment on the video. Let me know what you think. And I said, out of courtesy, the Bible says, if you can't say nothing nice, don't say
Don't say
anything
it at
at all.
all. Yeah.
Right. You know, keep up the work. You know, keep
Mm-hmm.
up the good work. But in
That's
my
right.
mind, saying, who's behind you? What's going on? Like, what are you thinking? Did you look at this? Like, you know,
Yeah.
but it's, I mean, some stuff, like I said, when we first started doing music, all the way back from Boys to Men to everybody, that was real music, you know, versus now people coming out with all this garbage and they can say, I ran down the road and eating ice cream and that sell 19 million copies, you know what I'm
Man, you
saying?
can say anything, it's gonna go. It's gonna go.
It's like
It's
something
gonna
stupid.
go.
Like my little girl, when she first heard it, like, you know, me and you, we like older. So when
Yeah.
we hear these younger, you know, songs coming out, we kind of get the wrong concept because we don't know, you know, like we don't know, you know, like the concept. Like when I first heard that song, my little girl said, "Listen to this song." It said, "Push me to the edge, all my friends are dead. I said, all his friends are dead. How did they die? What's going on? Like they committed suicide? Is he making this up
Yeah.
about drugs? And on the outside looking in, and she like, no. He said all his friends is the presidents and they dead. I'm like, well, how do I supposed to know? I'm older. I don't know what it means. you
Right.
know.
You don't know the hell that shit, man.
Yeah, if you're just on the outside listening in and people come on, I'm gonna shoot your mama house up and do this and do that, then they're not about that life. I'm like, yeah, they gonna shoot my mama house. We gonna shoot nobody else's house.
Mm-mm.
You
Nah.
got little kids listening to this and going to shoot people houses and going to do stuff just because people rapping about it and they're
Right.
not really, and it's sad. It was a way, like you said, 20 years ago, you didn't really find a lot of, other than, like Tupac, Biggie, stuff like that. You didn't find like a lot of gangster rap and all that. Versus now, you just got anybody that just want to rap about anything and get it on the radio without following all the process. You know,
Right. This is crazy.
and you was one of the biggest promoters in Memphis.
Something like that. Something like that, I guess, But like people, like I'm gonna say this, a lot of people keep saying I'm a promoter. It's cool, I like it, but I do a lot more things than a promoter, and that's what they be doing. Like, like just, prime example, just like you said, people are like miseducated. They give you jobs and stuff like that and titles. Because I do more than just a lot of promoter stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like I do have a company where artists is on my label and manage and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I have been on the radio with artists and stuff like that. I have got them deals with labels and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And manage artists. So it be fun when they say promoter and stuff, but I take it. But like the thing of it is, if I'm a promoter, why I'm never nominated for being a promoter? You
I
see what I'm
don't
saying?
know, but they come to me and they tell me when I put the ad up about I was interviewing everybody for the magazine. They was
Mm-hmm.
like, you got to hit Paul Tutt up. He's like the biggest promoter in Memphis. You got to hit him up. He's like the big deal. So I'm like, okay. So that's the way
Yeah,
they do
you know what? I love people when they do. I appreciate it. Regardless, when you recognize, you just have to deal with it and just take it. Because at the end of the day, it's a lot of people that ain't even getting recognized at all. So that's one thing. I take the blessing all the way. Period. You know what I'm saying? Because if nobody ain't thinking about you, that means you ain't doing nothing. So
it. Yeah.
evidently,
Well,
I salute it though.
I'm definitely gonna get with you on some stuff too with my chef and everything because he was on season 16 marriage boot camp. He did go with
Okay.
me. Yeah, he did go with me Chalet and
Oh, the guy. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Okay,
yeah.
I remember that.
That's my client with my PR company and
Oh, okay.
yeah
I need some
and
PR work too. You know what I'm saying? I need some light skin help. You know what I'm saying? I need some stuff to get them back in.
yeah.
Chris Brown got too tough. Drake got too famous. So I'm trying to be in the middle.
Yeah, I got and see he was on Supermarket Stakeout. He's on 3 reality shows right now. And then
Yeah.
he was the first black chef to ever win Cutthroat Kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
He was on Guys Grocery Games. He was on Supermarket Stakeout. He was on the Oprah Network. Um,
Damn.
he was on Chop, and so now he has his own nonprofit organization, which we working with Jason and Boss Lady down at Power 99 to do a big
Mm-hmm.
nonprofit down in Memphis.
Yeah.
Um,
That's my
the
dog. That's my dog. That's my dog.
yeah,
Yeah, that's my
got
dog.
the nonprofit called the Transitional Kitchen, which you go
Mm-hmm.
around from different schools and different after school programs and teach the kids how to cook from the ages of 5 and 19. And then he let them graduate from the program. And kids 16 and 19, he go to the temp companies and let them get jobs for the summer and let them get the opportunity to travel with them and help them cook And then he has his own comic book. So they made him into a comic book character where he teaches the little young kids how to cut up potatoes and onions and stuff like
Oh
that.
man.
You know, I definitely been, like I said, mixing and matching. We had a big thing here in Myrtle Beach.
Mm-hmm.
I got artists to come out and open. I got a restaurant to bring them here. I put it on the news, put it on the billboards. The lady restaurant holds 100 people. She paid for them to come and all. We had over 500 people. People had to stand outside. Artists that had the most fans,
Damn.
put them 1 week on Hip Hop Weekly. I put them 1 week on the billboards down here so they can go up to the billboards and see that stuff on there. And then since I broadcasted on the news, where I'm at, it's a big thing. So they're like, oh, they got a Food Network chef. We going down here just to see how the food tastes. We going down here because we know them from Chopped and Cutthroat Kitchen. So they didn't mind paying $40, $50 just to come taste the food, not so much to listen to the music. You know what I'm saying? So she was like, I can make $12,000 in one day, minus the amount I paid them. If I make $7,000 in one day, that's good. And I could do that again. I do this every 3, 4 months. I got enough to last. You know what I'm saying? So that's
Yeah.
kind of you know, what I've been doing with different promoters and different people, like
Oh.
getting them in different restaurants and getting them on tour because he been cooking for like Rough Edge.
Mm-hmm.
He cooked for 112, Donnell Jones, Jasmine Guy. He used to be Linnell's personal
Damn.
chef. He cooked for Shaquille O'Neal. He cooked for a lot of celebrities. He had Bobby Brown, Eddie Griffin, a lot of a lot of people. So we able to work together. If you say, hey, I'm gonna get a chef to be on my tour, he can come be on the tour with the independent artists. Make sure they got breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Make sure that everything is on point
Mm.
and
Dude.
cooking different
Man,
stuff
that's
all
dope.
the way from having a food tasting where you at and you having like a record label release party with him coming and they tasting the food and they listening to the music. He has his
Mm.
own signature sticks. He has lamb, shrimp, lobster, crab, scallops, black beans,
Mm.
rice. He has
Oh, so goddamn hungry. Don't do me like this.
yeah. He
Oh,
had
don't
like
punish me.
he had like 10 signature sticks with his own signature side orders to go with it, and we're working on getting those sticks and like all the football, basketball, and baseball games, at the football stadiums and basketball games and stuff like that, and in the airport.
Mm-hmm.
So not only he's like a one-stop shop, like he can get booked as an actor because believe it or not, in Marriage Boot Camp he was just an actor. He didn't do no cooking scene on 18 episodes of Marriage Boot Camp at all. So we had him as an actor and like doing different stuff as far as like movies and plays. Then we have him as being a chef, and then we also
Uh-huh.
have him as doing a nonprofit, and we also have him as a comic book person. So we able to mix that into the industry and work with everybody and get everything together as far as fashion shows and yacht parties and tours and stuff like that. So
Oh, okay. Oh man. Shoot, that's what's up. Look at you. Hey, so were you in Myrtle Beach right now?
yeah.
Oh man. I be coming down to Charleston. I be doing what I'm saying. I know some people in Charleston. I go down to Charleston and shoot. Matter of fact, in August I'll be in what part of South Carolina? I'm gonna be a part of my tour. I'm doing Casey, South Carolina, and Columbia, Columbia, South Carolina. So do you have venues and stuff down in Myrtle Beach?
We did, but it got closed down because they had a shooting. So I don't really like affiliate
Ooh,
with
y'all gangster down there. Okay, okay.
like none of the venues here, but they do have one in Atlantic Beach, which is kind of well, it's where the bike rally is. It's kind of good club, but It
Wow,
hold
you
about,
balled up. You
yeah,
balled up on that one. I don't like how you balled up. You was like,
but
eh.
they
Mm-mm.
bring people there. You know, they can hold like roughly 200 people, and I know
Mm-hmm.
over there, you know, that they do shows there, and she let people rent the club and you know stuff like that. But I don't know. They used to have one in Myrtle Beach that I used to have like all my shows at. They hold like 550 people, but they got shut down. Then they had one that holds 1,500 people, and that got shut down because of Rick Ross.
Mm.
He came down here to do a show. They paid him to come to that show. He skipped their show and went to another show, so they had to refund everybody back their money, and then they got sued, so they had to close the whole club. And
Wow. Yeah.
you
Yeah,
know,
that's not good business at all.
so, you know, whenever you come down here to Myrtle Beach, you gotta come correct because it's a tourist place. Everybody got to be on point, and you know, if you're not, they gonna check you on it and let you know, like, hey, this is what's going on, and you got to get it together. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's crazy. Well, I just leave it alone, man.
Yeah.
I leave it
But I
alone.
do by me networking and you know, doing interviews for other people, I did reach out to know people that got clubs and like we got stuff like we got House of Blues in Dallas, but we got access to House of Blues in New Orleans. We got a venue in Shreveport, venues in Houston, venues in Chicago and Detroit, got venues in Philadelphia and Baltimore. So you know, kind of like by me like talking to different people and
Mm-hmm.
networking with different people, you know, that
Oh
probably
yeah, we can. Oh yeah, well then since you be the point of command, hey, we can put some money together and we can make it move. Shoot, you can just be chilling. Shoot, I just give you your cut because you can plug me in. Money wise, what I'm saying. 'Cause end of the day, we all in networking and we also like to be compensated sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Because people will get and pat you on the back. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. No, man, that ain't cool.
because the
You can't be
service
in
that
this
I
market without
got,
me.
the PR service that I got really is based for a lot of independent artists that's on like on a limited budget because of the fact that what I learned is you might have somebody that's a real good artist, but they can't really get pushed because they don't have the money behind them. But you might have somebody that have a lot of money that's really not a good artist, but they just getting pushed because they got the money. So what I try to do,
Right.
like, somebody say, well, how much do you charge to like help me with IG? Then I basically say, well, how good is your IG? Then the next question is, how's your situation? The next question
Mm-hmm.
is, how's your budget? So if you got $50, then I'll say, you know, for $50, this is what I can do. Based on, I'm not gonna tell
Right.
you $500, then you get scared, and then you like, oh, I can't do it. Then you like, no, I can't call, and you get scared to call because you can't do it. I just tell everybody like, hey, I'm a PR company starting up. I'm getting new clients all the time. I got ready to go commercials on the radio. I got billboards up in 50 cities. I'm just like, hey, I help everybody the best that I can, and you know, help a lot of independent artists and celebrity artists and stuff like that. You know, to try to like take
Right.
to the next level to say who wants to say like, okay, I need a billboard in this state and I check the chart and it's available. And then when everybody like go up to the billboard and they actually see their picture on the billboard, that's like life changing. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Right. They
they
be
got
excited. I
about
know.
yeah, they got about 10 billboards here at the beach, and I had an artist. I have one artist now, but I did have a female artist, but not now. But I did, and
Yeah.
I was pushing and pushing and pushing, trying to like get her image up there, get her name up there, get all her social media stuff up there. They kept
Mm-hmm.
declining. They finally approved it. So I was just like riding around, like trying to find the different signs where they were. I locate the sign, try to wait for it to come on. I figure out now how to cut them on, cut them off. So I wait till I get to the sign, cut it on, wait for it to come up and load, and then like videotape it and screenshot it and have that footage. So I'm like, I'm waiting, there's nothing
Yeah.
coming up. So then all of a sudden you see it, you're just like, wow, like it's really there. Like I know who that is. Everybody else seeing it too. So it's um, based on like when I did it in Myrtle Beach, it was cool. And then I knew somebody that was in Portsmouth, Virginia. So they went by and videotaped it, and it was up there. Then it was like in Brooklyn, New York, and Chicago. I'm like, wow, it's the same billboard in different cities in different states. So it was kind of
Right.
cool to say, like on my platform all day to say, yeah, yeah, I see, or I see it on my platform that it's playing, but for somebody to like actually go past it and see that it's actually playing, that's a whole, different ball game. So
Whole different ball game.
I feel I have like partnerships with Blick billboards in all 50 states. So if this billboard in that area, we able to, like get the artists up on the billboard, um, help them on with radio placement and Spotify and
Mm.
stuff like that.
Oh man, we gonna work. Hey man, we gonna work, man, because I be needing all this stuff, even the PR work. You know what I'm saying? You can't have too much PR work anyway, because especially if you're independent, you gotta have a lot of help. You gotta have, man, because that's what the major labels all about anyway. That's like I tell a independent artist this. I said, look at Kendrick Lamar, look at Drake, look at what they got in common. Like when you go to their social media, they don't post as much. Like think about it. Drake. He getting his mood or whatever. But overall, him, Kendrick Lamar, all the major artists, they probably post something on their page once a week or once a month. And the reason why they can do that is because they got PR, they got major other people behind them pushing them every freaking day, every day. I said, you as an independent artist has to post something every day, something on your
That's right.
timeline, something
and
every day,
and,
because
and that's
people,
true.
yes,
Just like the
it's
artist that
hard.
I have, I tell him, I say, use with a major, use with a couple of major labels, and look what happened. You know,
Yeah. Hello. Hello.
Yes. So,
That, yeah.
but I guess it's probably like the time out, so I'm gonna go. But I'll be talking to you, and we definitely glad that you could be a part of Bread Magazine online. When the link come out, I'll make sure to get it to you. It'll be on YouTube. It'll
Hmm.
be on Comcast, possibly Roku, and
Okay.
every streaming platform. So when it come out, I'll make sure I give you the link. Just make
Uh-huh.
sure to post the flyer and tell everybody, DJs, entrepreneurs, business owners, everybody, if they want to interview, I'm welcome to help and give them an interview.
How much are your interviews?
I appreciate it. Come on.
How,
Nothing?
how much?
Like,
How much are your interviews?
it's free interviews.
Okay, I got you now. I got you now. You should have told me that. I got you.
Yeah. So go ahead and give your shout outs and tell everybody where they can find you on social media and hope to talk to you soon.
Okay. Um, Pretty much everybody can find me. Hit your social media up. I sign myself. Hit the hashtag. I sign myself. Or you can go to my website. I signmyself.com. Um, Also, you can follow me on Instagram. I sign myself and everything. Shout out to the whole I sign myself team. Uh, like I said, a lot of stuff coming up. So artists that want to get with me, hit me up at 901-413-0211. Again, the number is 901-413-0211. And like I said, I'm easy to get along with. You know what I'm saying? Just hit me up, text me. Don't call me in the middle of the night, this and that. But just text me and man, we can get together and we can work. You know what I'm saying? I'm always down for the independent. I always want 100, and I also appreciate y'all for giving me the opportunity to be on your magazine and interview and stuff like that. And I'm glad that we get a chance to talk, so now we can build something with each other. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of crazy stuff going on right now. We all got to stick together. All black businesses, all entrepreneurs need to stick together and work together. No matter what, if it's 1% help, 2% help, to 1,000% help, we all need help to help each other out to get to the next level, so we can pull each other up to the next.
That's it. Okay, I appreciate you being on the show, and like I said, I'll reach out to you whenever this particular interview go live, and I'll make sure you get the link. Okay.
Okay, cool.